Minister, now that the dust has settled from the political theatre of yesterday, we can now all clearly see just exactly where the deficits and fault lines lie. We can see where the lost opportunities have occurred and what exactly it all means for the general public. And I'm afraid that general consensus is that despite all of the applause from government ministers, this is a budget that just has not risen to the occasion. It has fallen flat. Rarely has so much cash been splashed about with so little impact or effect. Indeed, I also wonder just how much of what was announced yesterday was actually nothing more than a restatement and a repackaging of commitments made already over the past few months. I look to education, and while I do welcome some measures like the extension of the free school book scheme to junior cycle and the extension of child benefit in respect of children aged 18 who are in full-time education, and this is an issue that I actually did raise over the last year and a half, and I'm glad to see that I was listened to on this one in terms of providing child benefit to those children still in full-time education at 18. I also see that there is a capital funding commitment in 2024 to facilitate the rollout of urgently needed school building projects, which includes the progression of about 300 building projects. But as far as I can see, these commitments were already made in the National Development Plan, which I only referred to last week on this very issue in the Oireachtas Education Committee. So there's nothing new there really, and I think government might be misleading the public into believing there is something new. That's just a repackaging of an old announcement. Minister, I would like clarity on the commitments made by Minister Anne Rabbitte that parents assessing private autism assessments would be reimbursed. This was stated in May, and we still have seen nothing in place, and I believe those parents need clarity. In relation to agriculture, it is when we look to agriculture, however, that perhaps we can see more clearly the major fault lines of this budget from a rural context, and again the missed opportunities and the fact that so many sectors weren't fully supported in terms of what was offered. The maintenance of some tax reliefs are welcome, and I have said that yesterday, very welcome. The increased funding for the sheep sector is a step in the right direction. That will be €20 per ewe, and certainly it is better than what had been offered previously in the budget last year. But, however, I remain very concerned for other sectors such as the beef and suckler sector, the tillage sector, the dairy sector, given the fallout of the whole nitrates debacle. Those sectors need proper and urgent support. I think that agriculture is really taken for granted and food production, and the fact that agriculture sustains 170,000 jobs in our agri-sector, that's all taken for granted. These are jobs that are very important to our economy and indeed to trading and importing. So, thank you.